sangasva karmani. What it means is you have the right to work only, but never to its fruits of action. Let the focus be not on fruits and never be inactive. This is what the meaning of this. And in lot of Bhagavad Gita's, lot of slokas connected with this concept. And let us see what this concept means, how we can understand, how we can implement in our life. You may be thinking, this is Meher Baba lovers meeting, and how come am I talking about Krishna and Arjuna, these slokas? Don't worry, Baba and Krishna, they are same. Baba said, do your best, then don't worry, be happy. Leave the rest to me. That's what Baba said. So what does it mean? Do the best, leave the rest to me. And naturally, our mischievous mind questions why, right? What happens if we focus on the result? Understanding this concept will help to grow spiritually. And what happens if we grow spiritually? We will be more happier and we have less suffering in this world. What happens in the future? We will leave it to Baba. But right now, we want to be intelligent in our actions, intelligent to use our heart so that we can live happily without any worries. Suffering will be there, but when you are intelligent, when you are happier, even this suffering also becomes easy. So let's have an easy suffering. What is an action? In Sanskrit, it's called karma. Anything you are doing is an action. Anything. I'll tell you some examples later on. Is there anything that you're doing that is not an action? Let's say you are just sitting and not thinking anything. Sometimes our boys or our girls, young boys, they sit and not studying or say, what are you doing? You're not doing anything, we say. But that this is also an action. Sitting and not thinking is an action, right? May not be very active, but that is also an action. How about when you're sleeping? Yeah, not doing any action, but the action itself is that we are sleeping, resting. So action categories will say right from the morning, we brush our teeth, drink our coffee, household chores like cooking, cleaning, washing, and any other family-oriented chores. How about going to job? And once you go to work, we do job-related actions. And in the evening, we'll come home, we rest, and we have some entertainment like TV, attending Baba functions, reading Baba books, meeting friends over the weekends, something like this. So in every action, there is an outcome, right? Whenever we do anything, there is an outcome. We'll see what it is. See the cause and effect. See, in every action, there is a cause and there will be an effect. Cause and effect. We are in this world that is influenced completely by the cause and effect. Even the avatars and perfect masters, when they come, they use this cause and effect. For every action we do, there will be an effect. We all know this. I'm not telling anything new that you do not know. I'm just telling you everything. My whole talk consists of everything that you already know. Most of you must have read God Speaks, and the first sanskara was created in God, where the original question came, who am I? And Baba said, that is the cause, the original cause. And the God, the unconscious part of the God, goes through various evolution part and reaches human being. And in the human being, it goes through various reincarnations. And consciousness, when consciousness is matured, when a perfect master or avatar gives a final push, then we get the answer, I am God, at the time of God realization. So in this also, there is a cause and there is an effect. There are two categories. All the actions we do in our daily life, working for our own personal needs or anything personal, or working for others. We help others. What are the results of all some of the examples of the actions I mentioned in the couple of slides ago? Brushing the teeth. Teeth needs to be cleaned, right? So that needs to be brushed. So whose teeth? My teeth. When I do brushing, I do my own cleaning of my teeth. Suppose I'm hungry, eat. That is the, and we eat food and we get the satisfaction from hunger. That is personal. Household work, cleaning, washing, cooking food, any other thing. This is all our family related work. So this is also personal. We will go to work, we bring the salary, and with the salary, we buy food, pay our house rent, we buy clothes to wear, buy all the necessary things, and we pay TV bill, electricity bill, internet bill, all those things for us and for our family. So all these categories come under personal categories. So what is common in all these? You, that is I, me, and mine. Many of you go to movies and you know this gentleman. He's a fine actor, Prakash Raj. He acts in all the movies, South Indian movies, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. I do not know Malayalam, but I'm sure he would be Hindi, Malayalam also. He sponsored a whole village near Hyderabad, and he takes care of the whole village needs. See, this is an example of working for others, other souls. I mean, there's an actor in Hollywood, Brad Pitt, and he's a very famous actor. During his off time, he goes and does some construction. He works with normal people. He does some house constructions so that these economical houses will be given to poor people. And some of you know Chiranjeevi, the actor in Telugu field. He runs a eye and blood bank, and he does a lot of charity work. So these are all the examples of famous people doing work for, and they're also come under actions. So all of us may not be big people, actors like that, but somewhere or other we do some charity work. in our own way. Action for yourself and action for others. So, which one is better? I just want you to think which action is better, doing our own personal things or doing for others. The answer is both are very important for our growth. The key aspect in these two personal versus others is how these actions are done makes a big difference. How we act, with what attitude are we doing any of these actions makes a big difference. How we are using our eye consciousness plays a major role. Let's see this. Baba always wanted us to do the best job in anything we do. And Baba, I remember to have read somewhere, when you are doing any work, Baba wants us to think this is the only work that is there for us to do in the whole universe. And do a
ఇది
good
నేను
job.
అడిగి కనపడలేదు నాకు.
Any problem, sir?
Please go ahead, sir. I think there was some
Okay.
disturbance. Yeah, please go ahead.
See, there is a saying, excellence is not an art, but a habit. You know who said this? Aristotle. And in our university, where I went to college, we used to have it in one of the buildings, this saying. And I always wonder what it means at that time when I was very young. But it's a very beautiful saying. It has to become, we have to be habituated in everything we do. This is nothing but what Baba said. Do your best job. How we do the actions that help us grow. Any action we do, whether it's eating or even brushing the teeth also. I'll tell you a small story. Mehra, Baba's most beloved, in the morning, she woke up and she was brushing the teeth very fast so that she could go and help Baba. And Baba was watching this from a window, and she quickly brushed the teeth and came inside Baba's room. And Baba said, "You should always take your own time and do a good job in brushing the teeth." See, Baba was so compassionate. Even, and Baba said, Mehra was God by herself. Even Avatar to the another God was saying in a small, very unassuming action to do a good job. I thought that was a beautiful example. Even if you are doing personal actions, if you do it with a feeling of duty to your own self or doing makes a difference. This makes a big difference in our attitude. I'm brushing my personal teeth versus it is my duty to keep my teeth clean. There is a fine line in this thought, but there is a big difference how the outcome of all the outcome of this action, simple action. Let us dissect the action and see what can be done. Whenever we have to act, initially it comes as a thought, a very weak thought, and then depends upon our need or the importance of the action, the thought becomes stronger. Now the thought is put into action, into a process, and the outcome is the result. When the thought of doing something comes, we set the goal, anything. and we put the process into action, and the results come. And there is time involved in this connection. Action, we do an act, and there is some time, and in the future, the result comes. Goal setting. See, this is a very important aspect that we have to pay attention in our life. And the thought comes before the thought is, we make the thought concrete, we plunge into action, and then we look for the result. And that is where the confusion is. So it is very important for us to assume, okay, this is the action I'm going to do. This is what I need to do. This is my goal. Goal needs to be separated from the result. The problem is we always mix up the goal and the result. It is important to know the difference between the goal and the result. Goal is the course of action mentally set before acting, the result to be achieved. And the result is the outcome of a past action. The action was done, and this is the result, fruit of an action. What do we do with the result? We analyze, we reflect it, we retrospect it. Are the goal and the result same? What was I intending to do? What did I do? And what is the result? Is the process ethically and morally okay? We need salary, we need money to survive. We cannot think about looting any bank or stealing something, right? So we have to make sure the process is ethically and morally okay. And it has to be also safe. We have to take the safe measures. Also think, is my goal selfish in nature? Well, we all know this selfish nature leads us to maximum suffering. So even though it is personal need, it has to be how we think about it. We already talked about it. Is my goal based on my liking and disliking? These are our biggest enemies. I like this, I don't like this. These two things constantly we use it, and that is where we are getting into problem. So we have to keep our likings and disliking aside. What is to be done? What is the process? Sometimes we like to take convenient process, but is that process good process? That is what we have to evaluate. Is it hurting anyone else, or is it hurting me? Am I taking safe measures? If the goal is not met, let's say we have some action to do. That was the goal we have set, and we have done it, and we know the result. We observe the results. And what do we do if it is different? So what are the issues? How can I improve? How can I make my goal and the result same? That is what we have to think about it. What are the corrective actions we have to take? Once perfected, we feel achievement. And a lot of times we repeat the same action number of times. So we have to perfect that system so that every time we do anything, we get the proper result. Repetition. Sometimes you cannot repeat. The work is such that you may not have experience. But if you perfected this process, making it as a goal, working out the process, thinking, planning, all these things, even if you don't know how you have to act in a certain way, you can achieve proper results. But sometimes you get failures. That's okay. Baba said, failures are part of the success. We cannot say every time I act, I have to act perfectly and the result has to be perfect. No, it doesn't work out that way. I did this research project. We built this house. I made this curry for dinner. I have passed the exam. See, these are some of the examples of the actions we are involved in. So, for simplicity, let's analyze a student who passed the exam. Let's have some conversation with a student. I'm just taking this example. He just passed the school final exam with A plus grade or 100% marks. We will ask him, how did you pass? We all went through that high school and what would we say if somebody asked, oh, I studied well and I fared well in the exam and I passed. Do you get all the credit for passing the exam? Of course, yes, I do. I studied. I did not copy in the exam. And all the questions I studied, I did a very good job in studying. Yes, I will ask again. You really get 100% of the credit. I will say 200%. Yes, for sure. Okay, let's analyze this. Let's see who are all involved in your passing the exam. Did anybody sit with you and help you with your studies while you are preparing for the exam? Yeah, my father, my mother helped me. How about your father who sat with you and helps you to understand the subject and helps to prepare for the exam? Without his help, you will not be as good as now. You will not be good at writing the exam. Can we give him some credit to your father? Yes, of course, we can give some credit. Okay, how much credit do you think you can give? Let's give my father is nice man, about 3%. Okay, so after all, you do not get all the 100% what you are thinking. I was thinking 200%, right? Yeah, now if you take out this 3%, so 97% is your effort or in the credit you get of passing the exam. All right, let's say the student is good student. He's practically listens to us and everything. How about your mother? Did she help you? No, she did not help me in my exam. Did she help you indirectly to the exam? She prepares food, and if you had not eaten any food, would you be able to study well? You will be hungry. You will be thinking of food instead of studying for the exam. Yes. Your mother made sure you are not hungry. If you are hungry, you will not be able to fare well. So how much credit can you give? All right, mother can get about 2%. So your credit now minus 2, 95%. What about teachers who taught you? Yeah, we can give about 5%. All right. Now the credit rating came to 90%. What about the texts, all the books you were provided with? Without them, you couldn't have passed. Yeah, books 5%. Now your credit rate comes to 85%. How about the man who cleaned your facility, your car, your school, everything before you took the exam? All right, we'll give 2%. The credit rating now is 83%. And how about the wife of this cleaning man who made food so that this man is ready to go and work? Can you give any credit to her? Yeah, indirectly, maybe indirectly, very indirectly, yeah, 0.5%. Okay, something, 82.5% now my credit. How about the electricity man who made sure of providing to your exam room or school, everything? All right, 1.5%. so that we can make it a round figure, 81%. So like this, we can go on thinking about all the people who helped him while he went to school throughout the year, and just for the exam, how they all helped. So his credit rating, if he goes on giving all these small percentages, it goes down, right? So we cannot claim 100% of the credit of passing. The results, the result does not belong to you completely. Partly, yes. Result also belongs to all those who helped one way or other. Being a beneficiary, we must be grateful to all those who helped in your exam. It is not practical to go on thinking everyone who are all involved in your passing. So, who is the one who makes everything going in this world? Who is the common in all these people? There is one entity that is common in all of us, Ishvara. That we call it God. But every scripture, Baba, and every avatar, every perfect master says, you are not the man you are thinking. You are not the mind. That's what you are thinking. You are the God, the consciousness of the God who is going through an experience of being a man. So it is again God who is going through school, passing the exam, everything. So without God's will, nothing moves. Not even single leaf moves. So if we thank God, you are thanking everyone connected with your success. God is everywhere and in everyone. Most importantly, in me, I am that God. The result is not yours. If you try to own the result all by yourself, you will be stealing others' contributions. All the scriptures, including Baba, say the result belongs to Him. Because I'm the one who is acting, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. Who am I? I am God. So if I say I did this, we have a problem there. That is why if we assume it is the God is who has done this, then the path will be clear. So what we have to offer all our results for our action to Him. What happens if we do not offer the results? We create sanskaras, impressions. Once the impressions are created, they need to be spent. These impressions result in suffering, happiness, all sorts of experiences in the future. Selfless actions result happy moments. Selfish actions result suffering moments. These are called sanskaras. We think we are the body and mind. We are an individual. We think we are a drop soul. Doing any action with this feeling creates sanskara. I am doing this action creates sanskaras. With every action, we create experiences. Experiences form impressions, and they are stored in our mind. Quality of impressions are formed based on with what attitude you are acting on. Not all sanskaras bad. We need sanskaras even to get to God realization. We need sanskaras. Suppose I want to read discourses, Meher Baba discourses. I have to have the feeling I am reading, I want to understand. Then you are creating sanskaras. But those are all very good sanskaras. I want to have enjoyment. Let's go and have some merry fun. That is what creates unnecessary sanskaras. Nothing wrong to have some relaxation, but due to ignorance, we unnecessary garbage. If you spend all the time to relaxation without any effort for good things, we create this garbage. This task of offering results to God is not an easy thing. The process I told you, setting the goal and setting the process and watching the result and then improving, this process takes a lifetime. To the process of offering all the results to God has to be practiced. This needs to be practiced throughout our life. It has to become part and parcel of our life. That means it has to become a habit. Remembering God with love constantly helps to do this process easily. Always give your result to God. Jai Baba. Just think Jai Baba. Remember him momentarily. Baba, this is, I'm doing it for you. How do you do this? Remembering beloved Baba wholeheartedly and offer sincerely all the results to him. You earned money, and when you put the money in the bank, think is the Baba who gave you the money. This is a beautiful saying Baba said. Before beginning of work, think you are not the one who is doing this task, but it is the master who is getting it done through him. After doing the task, he does not carry to claim the results of action or enjoy them, but becomes free of them by offering them to the master. This is in the Discourses, 7th edition, page 254. See, if we do this, basically what it's saying is, before, remember I was talking about goal. When you set the goal, always say, I'm not the one who is doing. Master is, my Baba is the one who is doing this. And you do the job, perfect job, without any likes and dislikes, whatever needs to be done. And after doing it, after finishing the job, wait for the result. Once the result comes, offer that to Baba. I just want to bring in this is the tallest, the redwood forest is located in California near San Francisco. The tallest trees in the whole world. They're called sequoia trees. The world's largest trees, 316 feet tall and 31 feet wide. They are 20 million years old. So what happened to all the earthquakes and tsunamis? Nothing happened. Nothing happened to them. How is it possible? They are 642 tons, 107 elephants weight each tree. And another interesting is the roots do not go deep. They are always superficial. So this is where the technique comes. Then they spread laterally sideways. So we think that such a tall tree will grow such a deep root, right? No. I mean, it still goes to maybe 5 feet or something like that, but still they're all superficial. They don't go 30 feet into the earth or 40 feet. I don't know exactly how much, but what it does is the two trees together, when the roots are spread, they twine with each other and they form network from the side trees. So in this whole forest, all the trees that are there, all the roots spread laterally and they twine with each other. So all the forest completely with the sequoia trees, they're all in one net-like gel. And so many thousands of acres is there. So that strength comes from that that network. Because of that, nothing affects. So why I'm saying this, We depend on every human being, and we have to understand that. And every other human being is other than Baba himself. Oh, sorry. So, beloved Baba, I want to end the prayer, the same prayer, whatever I said to start with. You are the one who gave the talk. You are the one who listened to this talk. Please accept all our results. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Jai Baba.
Avatar Meher Baba Ki Chai. Thank you, sir, for giving a beautiful talk about actions resulting samskaras. Now we will have Telugu translation by Narmada Garu.
అవతార్ మెహర్ బాబా కి జై. ఇంతవరకు మనకు రవి గారు చెప్పినటువంటి ఆ స్పీచ్లు తెలుగులో చెప్పడానికి నేను ప్రయత్నిస్తాను. భగవద్గీతలో కృష్ణ భగవానుడు చెప్పినట్లు ఏ పనైనా చేయడం వరకే నీ బాధ్యత, దాని ఫలితం గురించి చింతించకు, అలాగని పని చేయకుండా కూడా ఉండకు. ఆ పని చేసినప్పుడు నీ పూర్తి ప్రయత్నం చేసిన తర్వాత సంతోషంగా ఉండు, చింతించకు. డోంట్ వరీ, బీ హ్యాపీ. ఫలితం నేను చూసుకుంటాను అని బాబా కూడా అని ఉన్నారు. అయితే ఇక్కడ మనకు అనిపించవచ్చు, ఎందుకు బాబా అలా అన్నారు? మనం ఫలితం గురించి ఆలోచించవలసి వస్తే ఏమవుతుంది అని దీన్ని మనం అర్థం చేసుకుంటే మనం ఆధ్యాత్మికంగా ఎదగడానికి మనకు ఇది సహాయపడుతుంది. మనం ఆధ్యాత్మికంగా ఎదిగితే మనకు ఒరిగేదేమిటి అని అనుకుంటే మనకు సంతోషం ఎక్కువ మరియు బాధలు తక్కువ అవుతాయి. మనం ఏ పని చేసినా అది కర్మ కిందికే వస్తుంది. అకర్మ అన్నది ఏమైనా ఉందా? ఊరికే ఏమి ఆలోచనలు లేకుండా కూర్చుని ఉన్నా లేదా నిద్రపోతున్నా అది కూడా ఒక పని కిందికే వస్తుంది. మనం దైనందిన జీవితంలో చూస్తే కొన్ని పనుల గురించి విశ్లేషణ చేద్దాం. ప్రొద్దున లేచి పళ్ళు తోమడం, కాఫీ తాగడం మొదలైన వైయక్తిక పనులు చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. అలాగే వంట చేయడం, ఇల్లు శుభ్రపరచడం కుటుంబానికి సంబంధించిన పనులు. అలాగే ఉద్యోగ ధర్మం కోసం ఆఫీస్‌కు వెళ్ళడం, అలాగే టీవీ చూడడం, పిక్నిక్ లేదా సినిమాలకు వెళ్ళడం, లేదా ఏదైనా బాబా పుస్తకాలు చదవడం, ఒక సత్సంగంలో